This class, we will start discussing about scripted way and declarative way of pipelines. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Let me log into the server. I think we already logged in. Okay, so it's running. What is the default port number for Jenkins?
88, 88. That's why.
Okay, so we have Nexus up and running. We have Jenkins up and running. We need to start Sonar Cube and Tomcat is needed. So Tomcat last week, I think we made it to 9980 port number, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Tomcat is running. Next on us, Sonar Cube. Okay, so Sonar Cube is running. We have all four applications up and running now. So, as I said, we have two different pipelines. when it comes to pipeline, because last week I was explaining about freestyle project to explain you guys in detail about each and every option. So today we will start with scripted way. Out of two ways, we have the first one is scripted way, and the second one is declarative way. Last week I just created this just simple testing pipeline. Okay, that's a view. Selecting pipeline, and then okay. So on the freestyle, we were doing configuration changes on the UI, but when it comes to pipeline, we are going to make changes here in the pipeline script where it gives you a separate place to add your script. So if you click on the sample one, you're gonna get this. Mm, Okay, the samples are only giving declarative way. That's okay. What we'll do is we will only create a pipeline and let's practice it. Okay, so the pipeline starts with actually we are going to use Groovy script to do our pipeline. To write our pipeline, we are going to use Groovy script. I don't want you guys to have a high level understanding or high knowledge on the Groovy script. When I say Groovy, if you are able to understand a basic concept of what we are discussing, that is more than enough. And no problem, because from the initial to the complete pipeline, I will teach you one by one. Like I'll teach you the stages one by one. So no problem. The scripted way pipeline starts with node. I hope it is visible because I cannot do zoom in since it's a Visual Studio Code. So the pipeline starts with node, open and close bracket, butterfly bracket. In between this, your pipeline stages will get added. In the freestyle project, what was the first activity we did?
We like we added Maven means we have to give the Maven version.
And then the first stage of the pipeline, what we did in the project, we cloned the Git repository to build our
Ah,
package. Similarly, stage within the double quote, you can give anything. It's a it's where as per your requirement. I'm going to give checkout. I'm gonna open a bracket, which is open. So we need to add our Git URL.
No one doubt, like the stage means like command, like syntax, right? Stage.
Syntax. When it comes to pipeline, you will see your activities will be divided into stages. Multiple stages will be there. Once I finish this pipeline, you will understand what the stage is, what it is gonna do. So what I did is I clicked on this pipeline syntax. It opened this page. We are going to snippet generator. Just make sure on your left hand menu, snippet generator is highlighted. Then select Git. Okay. So by default, it is pointing to master branch. What we have here is main. So let's rename it. No credentials. So let's select this credential, which is for Git, and then generate pipeline pipeline script. Copy this, come here and paste it. Let's build and see what is gonna happen. Build a success.
So where we have to go for the sample subset navigation,
Which one?
the sample subset you created, right? You generate this one.
So on the
Config.
configure, here you have
Okay.
pipeline syntax.
Okay.
Whatever the syntax or format you want to generate, let's say you are generating some format which includes URL, username, password, authentication is needed, credential is needs to be added, then you're just gonna click on this pipeline syntax. It will open the formatter.
Okay. We have
On
built
the
in built-in tool. We have an this generator.
we have this inbuilt option to do your format or to generate basic required stages to your pipeline.
Like in real time, also we using this.
You will be having, yeah,
Okay.
real time. Real time, it won't be Jenkins. I mean, it'll be Jenkins if it is a well fund. If the client is getting a proper funding, then they'll be going with cloud-based Jenkins. And cloud-based Jenkins also the same UI, whatever you are seeing, but you'll be having some added features. You don't have to go and install the plugin to get the feature. You'll be having added features. Even there also you have the same. Everything is ditto, same. Only thing is
Okay.
you will have additional features.
Okay.
So this is the thing. We made this change. We added this page. Check out it worked. It is able to do a git clone. And next to this, what is the second stage we can add?
Okay.
Maven
Maybe.
build. Yeah. So what is a command we entered? For
MVN
building the
package.
package. Okay, that's MVN package. but we cannot give like this. Mm, wait, I'll do one thing instead of VS Code. I hope now it is visible. So, yes, here we cannot give this directly. We have to specify the maven, what we are going to use, and what are the command you want to execute in the in the Jenkins file or the Groovy script. You have to specify with sh the command. What we are executing, it's sh, which means shell script, because maven command is going to run on the Linux based machine. Jenkins is running on Linux, Red Hat Linux. To execute the command, we need to specify sh. In case if you have your Jenkins server running on Windows, then you have to do bat. Instead of sh, you will be adding the command as bat and then mvn clean package. And this is for Windows. Have this page added and see what it is going to do. Save it, build now. Straight away, it is giving an error message. Command not found. It is clear that command not found. So on the script, it is not able to recognize the command, which means we didn't mention the maven. How we installed maven is we installed maven. We went to manage Jenkins. We went to tools. We added maven here. So it's maven 3.9.6. So here we have maven 3.9.6 and the default directory for the added maven is this var lib Jenkins tools Hudson maven installation maven 3.9.6. How we are going to mention this maven into our pipeline? Previously on the freestyle project, we just made changes on the configuration and it did work. But on the pipeline, how we are going to add is Okay, I didn't save the file. So what we did, node open close bracket in between that.
Yeah, what is the reason you created in server directly instead of
Here, Visual Studio Code, I was not able to zoom in.
Zoom?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am able to zoom in, zoom out here so that it will be easy for you. I have another purpose why I created here. I'll tell you later. So check out the, I have this. Okay. And then the other one is the build. The command what we added is sh mvn clean package. Even this command is not found, which means we need to mention Maven somewhere on the pipeline. We need to define Maven. So when I say define, we need to use def Maven home is equal to tool name colon Maven 3.6.9. So this is the name what we added. Maven home tool name is this. So let's do it. I say, oh, come on, I need to copy this. There, no tool name. Okay, there is no tool name Maven 3.6.9. Let's go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, tools, 3.9.6. What we have is 3.9.6. I'm sorry, it's not 6.9. That's my mistake. Save, builds now, 9.6. Okay. Checkout stage is completed. Build is giving an error message again. Again, mvn command not found. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, yeah, I'll tell you why. Let's go to the pipeline. So this is the general format of executing a command on our local. What we used to do is we will install Maven on our local. We will do git clone, and then we will execute Maven clean package to build your package based on the project, whatever you have. Previously, we were just executing the command. It said Maven not found. and then we added maven tool, what we installed. Now it says the command is not executed or error message. Error message related to, again, command not found, but it gives you different one. It's able to recognize the command when it tries to execute the command, it gives an error message. Previously, it was not even able to reach the stage. What we are doing here is while executing or while defining a maven, we are defining it here on the system variable. But we are not calling the variable inside the stage where we need to execute the maven. So this is going to be like uh, dollar maven home close and then slash bin slash. The main reason of adding this is duplicate. One sec, I'll tell you. Where lib Jenkins tools Hudson Maven. So we have our Maven available here. Okay. Inside Maven directory, we have bin directory. This is where we have our mvn.command file available. While doing an installation on our local manual installation, we will be having a service created or link service created to Maven automatically when we do manual installation. But that's not the same case when we are installing the application when we are installing Maven into a Jenkins. So just like Sonar Cube, if you remember the Sonar Cube, what we did, we went into the OPT Sonar Cube, and then we went to bin directory, and then we went to Linux, and then we went to, yeah, this is where we have our sonar.sh. Then we did a sonar.sh top status. We are going to do it here because the file is here. Operate opt directory sonar cube bin linux, and then what are the command we are going to execute? It's going to get linked to this particular asset. Similarly, for Maven, under bin directory, you have your command files available. So whatever the command we are going to execute related to Maven, that is going to get linked here. That's the main reason why we need to specify this. Like this path till here, this is Maven home directory. From where lib Jenkins tool Hudson Maven, this entire path will be. Why do I have to? I have it on the other tab. So this entire path from where to Maven 3.9.6 will be added to here. Since you are mentioning Maven home directory as this, it is going to take a path till here, till Maven. And since you have to get into bin directory to execute the command, you are manually specifying it. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the reason. And let me add this and see what's happened. Let me save it, build now. It will work. So it is working. If you see success, build is success. If we can go here, we will have where the Jenkins. So you have Maven var file build available. So next to this, the state what we are going to use. But before that, let me show you an example for system variable and local variable. So what you did here is, okay, maybe I'll add another stage and then I'll tell you. Sonar cube report again, we are
Oh,
going.
one doubt, Ajay, like if you mention stage, right? In
Hmm,
in the double in single quotes we can put any like that's a
anything
string,
you
right?
want.
Any words we
Yeah,
can give, right?
anything you want. Yeah, since it is related to Sonar cube, I'm mentioning so execute Sonar cube,
Okay.
Sonar report, or I can just mention Sonar state, or I can mention test states, anything you want.
Just for understanding.
Understanding, yeah. So let me add this. Yeah, instead of clean packet, the command is sonar colon mvn sonar colon sonar. Save, build now. I am expecting an error message. Let's see. See if it's Ravi. Okay, yeah, error message. failed to execute sonar on Maven, unable to execute sonar scanner analysis, failed to get bootstrap index from the server, connection timeout. What could be the reason?
We didn't mention the IP address.
Exactly. What we are doing here is we are restarting the service, the EC2 instance every time in order to clear this error message. We need to update the IP address of Sonar Cube. Let me also update the same for Nexus. Updating Sonar and Nexus IP address. Commit changes. Nexus cancel. Browse. Release. We don't have anything as usual. Snapshot. If I come here, I have something. Let me delete it. Snapshot. I don't have anything. It is empty now. We made the changes. Let's rebuild it. Okay. The stages success. If we look at the execution, build success. And if you look at this output, console output, you should be able to differentiate the different stages. So checkout stage started and stages ended here. Git activity is completed here. And here it is starting in second stage, which is build.
We wondered we can't print like the second stage is like the programming. We can't do that.
Console output to separate each stages.
No, like printing. If you want to print something, right, in the Groovy script, that
Here
is
itself,
possible.
you want to mention it as a first stage, second stage. You want to highlight.
Yes.
No. Either you can mention the purpose of the stage or you can mention stage 1, stage 2, stage 3.
So there is no method like print statement. Like
No. Echo print, everything will work inside the stage, but it won't work in the
we can't see in the
statement itself.
output console.
Yeah. See, between the stages, you can say echo output or print also. If you are using other language, you can do this, but you cannot do it here. It won't work. It's just a plain text within the double quotes. It's just a plain text. So we have mentioned this here, right? Instead of doing it there, we can even do it for particular stage. If we do that, let's see what is going to happen. See here, blue color, green color tick, and it's circulating, and then error. Build is success, but the third stage is failed because it's not able to recognize the Maven, no such property ambient home for class. Because what we were doing earlier is we were defining Maven here as a system variable. If we mention Maven here within the stage, that is going to be a local variable. So this is just a sample for local system variable.
If local value mentioned, we have to differentiate,
Every
like we
stage,
have to
every
change.
stage we have to mention. It's not same value, but if you're mentioning it here, you also need to mention here because everywhere you are using Maven home.
Okay, okay.
Instead of mentioning everywhere inside every stages, what I'm doing,
So that like the value within the block only.
yeah. So for the entire pipeline, it will be applicable.
Hmm.
You add 10 stages, it's applied for all 10 stages. So the next stage is
Maybe the best practice will be declaring as a global variable, right?
correct.
Hmm.
Actually, you don't need to have coding knowledge for DevOps, but basic understanding is needed. So the command is to upload your artifact as Maven deploy. If you do deploy, it's going to upload the details. Upload the artifact to your Maven repository URL, whatever you added. Since we restarted the EC2 instance, we already updated the Maven, sorry, Gen, Nexus IP address, Nexus SonarCube IP addresses are updated, so we can directly build. The last build is failed, so now it is circulating with red color mark, previous build. But when 8th was success, 9th one also was circulating with green color. Now it is success, the color will get changed here. See, it is success. If we go and look at the Nexus, we will have our package added. Okay, so let's go back to configure. Add a stage for Tomcat. What we did, we have 4 stages. We did git clone, we built a package, executed a sonar cube result, which is good. Since testing result is good, we added the package to artifact. We have a copy of it. Let's deploy to Tomcat. So here it comes, an important one. We need to have Tomcat server added, Tomcat URL. We need a username and password to log in. What is a Maven command we used, or is there any Maven command to do Tomcat deployment? What we did in Tomcat?
Down. Tom deploy we used at the end of the
No, deploy is used in artifact, right? Ambient clean deploy.
uh,
Tomcat, we just copy pasted the package to web apps directly. If you remember, the Tomcat web apps. Here we need to copy paste the Maven application WAR file the previous deployment contains. We build a package, we kept a copy of it here.
Can you repeat again? Unable to understand that.
Here, I will. So what we did is we used Maven to build this package, WAR file, and then we pasted the copy of it here in the web apps. When you do deployment, automatically the copy of WAR file will be deployed here. Copy pasted from where it is built to the web apps
Web
directory.
apps.
Similarly, we need to achieve the same thing too in the pipeline.
Okay.
Okay. But before doing it, let me delete whatever we have. Come on, man. What is the credentials?
With the admin.
No. For this, I can do admin. We have this. We can do undeploy. We don't have the application now. Let me reload it. We don't have the application. Cool. Also, let's double check here. Here the package is deleted. Let me do top. Let me go back to Jenkins. Here we need to have a peculiar way when compared to all other stages. We need to handle some sort of a peculiar way. What we did is we copied a WAR file, correct? I mean, we copied the WAR file to Tomcat web apps. Since we executed MVN clean package, it is build a WAR file available here in the Maven. Maven home directory. Actually, we had it here in the target slash var file is Maven web app dot var web application dot var. The purpose is we need to copy this from your local server to Tomcat server. As of now, we have all the applications up and running here in our same EC2 instance. So within the same instance, same server, we need to copy this. Let's do some what to say, testing. And over that OPT Maven web application and then target. Oh, sorry, it's inside the var lib Jenkins workspace. project 2, Walmart. Here we have inside target, we have this. So what we need to do is we need to copy this inside the target directory. We have this var file. From here to where here web application. No, not that one. Web apps. It's a new experiment. Let's see what happens. So the purpose is to keep a copy of your var file to web apps directory, Tomcat web app directory, so that your application will be reflecting in the Tomcat. We need a manual copy. I mean the CP command. And let's see if this is working. It gives an error message. And the error message is no such file or directory. Let's give the full path. I know it won't work, but let's see. I need to test it. Maven web application.web. Maven web application.web. Let's see what happens this time. We are giving a full path. It cannot say the same error. It will give you different errors. More or less, the timing is same. 295 milliseconds. And the current build is 289 milliseconds.
Ajay,
Right?
before that, you have to give the CD command. You already given to change the directory.
Okay. 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 I'll tell you. Mm. CD command where
Like we have to, you have to go to this directory, right?
we are
Where
already here in this directory. We are already here in this Walmart dev sample one. Tell me how. We are in project 2, Walmart dev sample 1, which means we are inside the sample project directory,
Okay.
Walmart dev sample 1. This is a default directory structure. This is where you have your project and project files. Within this project, you have target Maven directory, the target directory. Within the target, you have the var file. You just need to copy paste it to OPT Tomcat web apps. So
Okay.
the command what we executed is correct, but it's not working, which means the copy activity is not happening as we expected. We need to have a separate agent should be working to do this activity. In general, all 4 applications will be having a separate server. It won't be running in a same server.
Hmm.
I told this already, right? So what we need to have is, let's duplicate this. Go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, plugins. We need to have an agent called SSH. Let's check available plugins. SSH. If we search, we have here SSH agent. What is the purpose of SSH agent? What is Mobex term?
What are they?
What is Mobex term? Or what is PuTTY?
Are they unable to? Can you repeat again? What
What
is?
is SSH agent? Or
Yes.
what is Mobex term? Or what is PuTTY? PuTTY tool, Mobex term. You must be using Mobex term since we
Ah,
started long back. What is Mobex term?
so it's a platform to connect the servers.
You said platform to connect to a service. Which segment? As I said in DevOps, you have segment. Each segment we are going to learn the famous and difficult tools, right?
Hmm.
If that's the case, Mobex term, it comes under which segment? SSH tool.
Ah,
So as you said, it's a platform to connect to a server.
ah.
What we are going to do here in the pipeline, we are going to connect to Tomcat server from Jenkins server in order to
Hmm.
host this application. So we need SSH agent to be added in the pipeline. In order to add a SSH agent, we need to install this plugin.
Oh,
The use of this plugin is, if we come here before installing SSH, yeah. Okay. So, hold on, self complete state dash build. Okay, you don't have it even now. Let me double check. Plugin available SSH agent. Okay, not yet installed. If you look at the pipeline syntax, we don't have SSH option available. Let me install it. It's installing. Success. There you go. We have the plugin available. So we need to add a credential here before having the SSH. And to add a credential, you have two options. Since we are doing it within project 2, it shows project 2, or the second option is Jenkins. What you can do is you can add a credential at the Jenkins level, which is common for all projects, or you can add a credential for only project 2. Whatever the credential you are going to add, that's only get added to project 2.
hmm. Okay. If you Jenkins means we give the administrator that password will take it, right? For initially we given.
No, 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 no. What we
Oh,
are doing here is we are giving username, password, URL link for Tomcat server.
okay.
Since you are adding it, you have two options. One is you can add it only at the project level. within this project to folder, whatever the pipeline you are going to add, in those pipelines, Tomcat credential is accessible. If you do add Tomcat pipeline in project one, credential will
Mm.
not be available. But if you want to make your credential available across Jenkins, across all the projects, you have to select this one, Jenkins.
Oh, okay. Multiple projects. Okay.
Correct. Multiple projects. So here, in general, we used to do username and we used to add username and password with the help of username and password option. But here we are using SSH. So what we are doing is SSH username with private key. I'll show you again. It is SSH username with private key. So let me come here. We'll do EC2-user private key. Enter directly. Add here. So the EC2 user is the user ID for Jenkins or all the servers, whatever the EC2 instance you are using. Correct. So username is added. Instead of password, either I can generate a passphrase out of my key or I can add my key directly, which is PEM key, the PEM file. Let me copy that. See, this is what I have in my PEM key.
In real time also like this we have to add or
Same. In real time, you won't have PEM key to access all your projects. In general, you will have your username available. You don't have to worry about your credentials. That will be taken care by your seniors or higher officials, whoever there in the team. But even though they are taking care of your credential, you should know how the credentials are working at the back end.
Mm.
It's your responsibility, right?
Mm.
So that's why I'm explaining this. So if you see it is giving you SSH agent along with the token, which includes your username, password, and the URL link. I think we didn't add the URL. I'm sorry. I'll tell you later. So it also gives some block. Let's copy this first. Go to the pipeline syntax where you have the state there. I'm going to give this on the block. Let's copy this. We'll put it here. Do you think it will work?
So,
No. The answer is no. I'll tell you why. Because it's a copy activity. Copy activity is within the server. But
mm.
the copy activity, what you're doing is from one server to another server. So that will be on SCP, which is secure copy.
Oh.
And then target. And then you are connecting to another server using SSH agent. In general, the way
Yes.
of connecting to server is EC2-user and then the server IP address. You're doing SSH literally.
Mm.
So this is the way of connecting to your server. There is another one. What we need to add is go here. Man, SCP, I guess. So yeah, you have to do man SSH command inside options -o. You have this entire list. Out of this list, there is an option which you need to add. And that is this one. Check host key checking. Option name is check host
Host checking.
key checking. I'll tell you what we are doing here. By the name of this option, you will understand what it is going to do. Is equal to no hyphen o SCP option. You're passing an option. Stick host key checking is equal to no. Though you are giving authentication to be on a safer side, you are adding this. Please don't strictly check host key whether it's available or not while doing it.
Equal to no means like
Don't enable this. If I say yes, strict host key checking will be enabled while doing SCP. What we did, we just went into local and we did man SCP, which is human readable format, or to understand what is SCP command, we are doing it. It gives you name, synopsis, description, and then the options which can be used for SCP on the SSH options. The options we have all these things we can mention. Number of password prompts can give you only 3 prompts. After fourth attempt, if you're giving a wrong password, it'll get locked. How the option is getting
okay.
enabled. This is how. So let's save it and see what happens. Great. There is an error message. Let's have a look. What is the error message? Using credential EC2 looking for private key. I think the key would say copied is not proper or something. Maybe configure. 55 milliseconds. Now the error messages. Libcrypto error in just a minute, let me have a look. Mm. Walmart. What was the error message? Error loading. Hmm, that makes sense. So if I come here, at memory, we don't, yeah, that's Jenkins. Okay, let's see what happened. Let that get built. What I did is I just made changes on the permission of the WAR file. Okay, it's doing a redeployment. If that happens, then that's gonna be a same error message. I'm sure. That's nice. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. Maybe I can have a look and then I'll tell you tomorrow because there seems to be an issue with the SSH credential, whatever we had it. Okay, that's the same one. There is a change. Let's see what happens. Configure, come down, save, build now. Okay, that's a different error message. Connection closed. Report
We
checking.
can remove that stick, that option we can try once.
Hold on.
You put a HS, I think. K. They,
Sorry.
you put a extra K in the while copying. SCP-O STRICK. You have to remove K, I think.
Okay, okay, okay. That's P, not A. Got it. Mhm. Okay. Bad configuration. Okay, this time the message is different. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, the command is working. That's good. Permission denied for web apps. Okay, yeah, it'll work. I can make it working because if you notice the error message says here permission denied for web apps with it inside Apache Tomcat. We have this web apps chown, sorry, mod 1237 web app top, come back, build now. So the first rule when you copy something from the PIM key, it's not about that particular key. You just need to copy the entire thing, whatever you have inside the PIM key. Just do open the file, control A, copy that. That's the first mistake I did. The second mistake is a silly mistake. That's okay. Everyone will do. Good. It worked. If we look at the Tomcat, we have the application. So while providing a URL link, we will copy this. You will have like a lot of um, what to say, a lot of procedures to be followed here while providing a URL for application. You have to secure the website, you have to add SSL certificate, and you have to get it work. And then we will be sharing it. So finally it did work. And we left with email notification. Go to configure, add a stage, called page email notification, open and close, add a pipeline syntax, extended email option. Look, we need a SMTP server. Okay. Okay, that's access related one. Let's see if this works. Build the Jenkins pipeline for Walmart dev sample one is success. Hey, memory attached pattern. Okay. Let's build it and see what it is giving. In general, it requires SMTP server configuration because in the, once you go to the production, you are not going to use Gmails. It'll be Outlook. Okay, that's great. It worked. If you look at the stage itself not been executed. Build. That was an empty stage. Let's see if this works. Name 20. Failed after second by sending an email. As I said, it's an issue from the Jenkins side, like it's a known issue.
Okay.
Public providers, it's not working.
Like our private Gmail is not working.
No, what we have is a public ID. Gmail service, public service, private service, like separate servers are working. Like Outlook, Yahoo, organization emails are working.
Uh,
We need to do some setup here. Also, manage Jenkins system maybe. System tools, plugins, node, cloud security, credentials, credential provider, user about Jenkins, load statistics, log system information, reload configuration. Okay, that is under system. Build discard, default notification URL, GitHub API. Okay. Mm, user email values. Create a new account. No, no, not this. SMTP. SMTP dot gmail.com. SMTP port number 465. These are just a general concept, man. We're not, it's not specific to anything.
Hmm.
Use TLS. Credentials not needed. When you need a credential. Okay, let's give it a last try. It took 10 seconds. Really? Does it send? Nope, it's not working. So I'll have a look and then I'll tell you tomorrow because it seems like it's going to take more time. We are already over the time.